morning from Russellville, Oklahoma. No, Arkansas. We're headed to Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. Well, in some ways, this is where I'm from, because my mother was from Oklahoma. My dad went to the Army in Fort Smith, Arkansas. So, yeah, I got roots here. Say hi to your roots, Gracie. Okay, let's go.
That was a quick hello to your roots. Till further notice, we are on a mission to explore, create, and we hope to inspire you to try new things too.
In our last vlog, we discovered the unexpected at our overnight stay in Tennessee.
This is what Loretta Lynn used to tour in right here.
And we shared with you what it's like on travel day, towing the RV while heading west to Arkansas.
We're hitting the first potholes west of the Mississippi right now.
And that's where we learned an important lesson about the seasonality of waterfalls.
You want to know why there's no people on the road to see the spectacular falling waterfall? Because there's no water this time of year.
Well, there's not much water, but I guess the plus side is there was plenty of parking.
This week we find a super cheap camping option along Route 66 in Oklahoma with hookups, amenities, and one painful route.
Ouch!
So here we are at Sayre, Oklahoma, the city park, because I found it on RV Trip Wizard, my most favorite go-to travel planning app. $12 a night with water and 50 amp hookup. Can't beat that. But is it worth it? That's what we're about to find out. Hi, baby. But people did warn of the goat heads. Y'all know what goat heads are? They're very painful, prickly, pokey thorns with multiple spikes coming out of them. So yeah, I'm a little worried about walking Gracie and us because I just set her down and she already got one in her paw and I already have some in my shoes. But $12 a night? Be sure to check the power situation at these city parks because you never know. So far, so good in that front. This is a pull-through site and it's like probably 75, 80 feet long. Though, that's a bonus if anyone has a super big rig. What are you doing, babe?
I'm cutting weeds. I'm using what I got. So I got a crowbar. I'm getting some of these goat heads from underneath our steps. I mean, it is great to find an inexpensive site like this, and it's nice and wide open, pretty here. But we're right next to a fairway, and if somebody has my golfing skills and can slice the ball as bad as I can, hopefully we don't get hit.
Always looking at the bright side.
You thought I was kidding about the fairway being next to us. Looks like we have a Oklahoma State cowboy with a bad slice right next to our rig.
Oh no. No one said anything about that in the reviews. The last time we stopped here, because this is like a good midway stopping point before we get to Colorado, southern Colorado, we stayed at Bobcat Creek RV Park. Super nice people. They even brought us homemade dinner to the RV for a very reasonable price. But you know, $48 a night, which, you know, isn't bad. But compared to $12 a night, I don't know. We'll see if by the end of our 2 nights here, if it's worth it. Now we're going to test the water quality. Remember this guy?
Okay, power's on and test.
That's not surprising.
Took about 2 seconds. 29 and pour.
I'm pretty sure I see things swimming in the water. If you haven't seen our new Cactoli drinking water tester, this has been amazing at our home base and out here on the road. So we know what the water we're putting into the RV is like, and can we drink it?
Looks like it's a 90, but it's in the excellent category. So we're gonna go ahead and hook the hose up.
We'll see what it tests after it's gone through our RV filters and after it's gone through our Berkey. $95, excellent. Next step is we're gonna run it through our Berkey. That's what we drink out of. 96, excellent, out of the Berkey. So it looks like the Berkey is definitely the last filter method. Now, I don't have the real Berkey filters in here because they're out of stock. And these filters drain a lot quicker, so once the original Berkey filters come in, I'm gonna test those. This Cactoli little water tester is a game changer, and it's a lot of fun. And don't forget, if you want your own, they gave us a discount code just for you guys. So I will put that on the screen and link it down below if you're interested.
After a 450-mile day, we got here and sat down to watch a movie and relax, and we realized we hadn't paid yet. So I just walked over to the self-pay station. Anyway, real nice park. I mean, they've got a rodeo grounds. They've got tennis courts that look semi-maintained. The swimming pool definitely is closed for the season. And the miniature golf course says they're open Tuesday through Saturday. Kind of wonder about that. Yeah, but Gracie doesn't understand why she can't go out on the grass.
She wants to go frolic, but it's like a landmines out there with the goat heads. Anyhow, I'm trying to get her to just walk on the dirt part, but we'll see. Good morning. Well, it was a quiet campground. That's a plus. And they are out this morning tending to the park. They're mowing and tractoring, and I'm curious whether they're gonna mow down the RV sites by the end of the day where all these birds are. We shall see. But it was very quiet night's sleep. A lot of people showed up just for the night and then took off. There's only a few people left in here.
And since we saved so much money on this city RV park, I think we ought to get out and support the locals a little bit. Let's go get something to eat.
Why in the world are you wearing sandals in this danger zone?
You can take me out of Florida, but you can't take Florida out of me.
We'll see about that. Just give it a minute.
Ouch! Ouch! Okay, let's go.
You may think we're exaggerating about the burr situation, but oh, let me tell you, we are so not.
And we also need to get fuel and DEF today. The DEF alarm went off yesterday, about 200 miles back, so we got to get her done. We can't get to Colorado.
With you, the sun is shining 24/7. 'Cause when we're together, it feels like we're in heaven. If it will get dark, you'll be my million stars. I know I can lean on you. Oh, you catch me like a leaf falling from a tree. If I'll be a shooting star, you make a...
I haven't bought DEF at the pump before. This is something new.
Does anyone else use the DEF nozzles at the stop?
Oh, there.
We're figuring it out.
There it is.
With you, the sun is shining 24/7. 'Cause when we're together,
We picked the filthiest pump here.
The one great thing about having this auxiliary fuel tank is we don't usually ever have to pull through a truck stop or get fuel on the road while we're towing the RV, because we can go as far as we want to or ever want to on our travel days, and then we can unhitch and get off and go. Anyway, so usually we'll go find less expensive fuel in the towns. Okay, I'm done. I give up. Impossible vlogging here. Well, we were gonna get breakfast. They have like breakfast and stuff here. The convenience store looks amazing, but now that we've seen the shape of the fuel tank, we're questioning our decision on that. Hi, honey bunny. If you're traveling along Route 66 and you see these little small farming communities, stop by and check them out. I mean, especially for artists and photographers, that old grain silo operation with all the derelict parts and the rust and the faded signs, the old courthouses, the little cafes, that cool church with the gnarly old tree. I mean, it's kind of a photographer's, creative's dream. If those walls could talk, there's so much history in these little towns. You never know what you're going to find when you stop on some of these little overnight stops along these forgotten highways that sound like a country song. Anyway, Scott and I get really excited about derelict objects, houses, buildings, and history, in case you haven't figured that out by now. So yeah, that was like hitting a gold mine to us. So maybe don't park in this site if you come to stay here. That's the second golf ball. So we opted out of eating out. So we're going to save more money and we're going to cook in the RV. Making us some eggs.
Yes, I washed my hands thoroughly. The rail side grain silo was right up my bailiwicket.
What the hell's a bailiwicket? What's a bailiwicket? Are you making stuff up or is that really a word? Is that a phrase? Bailiwicket?
Wheelhouse. The old dilapidated grain silo right next to the rails. Picture perfect, and that's some painting material, I can tell you right now.
And it goes really good with a series he did of other old grain silos. It was chosen to be in a very elite art gallery show in Colorado, so it's pretty special. Yeah, and it's hanging in our double wide, but we'll have to show you that one later. But anyway, he's good at painting these old rusty, dilapidated grain silos, and I just think they're works of art. Good news for all you fellow travelers that are after us. They're mowing the campground sites right now. Maybe that'll help with the burrs.
Let's go tread lightly over the goat heads.
FYI, don't do like Scott and wear sandals. Even my canvas shoes with soles are getting punctured through. I don't recommend sandals. He's just being all risky today. Beware of the big ant piles, the big red bitey ones. They're not like the ones we have in Florida, they're huge. So was it worth it staying at the city park in Sayre, Oklahoma for $12 a night? 50 amp water, and they have a sewer dump.
I think it was worth it. It's very peaceful. It feels safe. They're maintaining what they've got here. There's a pond over by the golf course. I mean, everything's closed, so it'd be interesting to know what it's like during the summer. Do they have a lot of kids out here? It's a good reminder to not just look at private campgrounds and state parks. I gotcha. Which foot?
I think it's this one. Ouch. Oh, honey. Maybe it's not worth it, Gracie says. Yes, there's goat heads and ants in other areas in the world, but you literally cannot walk outside. Like, she was just on the gravel and she picked one up in her paw. So if you have a small dog, you don't mind carrying them to the grassy area off the campsite, like near the tennis courts, that's fine. If you've got big dogs that just gonna run out the door, you're gonna be full of furs this time of year anyway. We're in September. And don't wear your shoes inside your RV, because they'll be stuck to all your rugs. It's not fun pulling them out. What do you think? Would you camp here? All right, Sayre, Oklahoma, and your goat heads, we're out of here. It was a good bargain, but I'll let you decide if you want to save the money and stay here with the goat heads. Hey, we're off to Colorado.
No more goat heads, baby. I'm sorry. I know. Wanna go to Colorado? Wanna go see family?